not something that Yamaha had produced before. It does add a little bit to the weight, but a lot of people are willing to compromise on that. It's just a great feeling. It's that FWX action, which had been in Clavinova series before.
Oh, Clavinova!
And here it is all in a portable series. So the P series.
I might go get the P515.
There's the P125, and now there's the P515, which kind of,
even though it's a 2-year-old keyboard,
it replaced the P255, which was also a favorite.
If I got resonance,
pretty big price jump.
Resonance and pedal noise.
It's an incredible instrument. At the time, they put in what was new technology.
If I could take a microphone in here,
that it's if you put on headphones, it sounds exactly like you're sitting in front of their 9-foot concert grand, the CFX from Yamaha. So that 9-foot concert grand is here inside the P515, and if you put on headphones, you hear that binaural sample. They put a mannequin, basically a crash dummy, right in front of the piano.
Dummy.
Your microphones would be where your ears would be, and they pick up what the room sounds like. And that's your best sample that you're going to get on the P515. Really, just an incredible value on an instrument. 40 watts of power, like we said in the introduction. That's going to be 20 watts a side, 15 by 2 speakers on each side, and then 5-watt tweeter on each side as well. So a real nicely developed sound, enough to fill a room, enough to take this as monitors if you're playing a gig. Great outputs on it. Just an incredible package. I think it really shines in the pianos, in the electric pianos. Of course, you have organs, strings, other voices like that. There is, they have all their MIDI instruments as well that are in there. Bluetooth audio. Just kind of what the standard has been for the last 5 years.
He didn't mention microphone.
It's 5 years old, but no need to change it.
How old did he say?
Very amazing product offering, especially at the price point, $14.99.
But he didn't say 5 years old.
Package. I think it really shines in the pianos, in the electric pianos. Of course, you have organs, strings, other voices like that. There is, they have all their MIDI instruments as well that are in there. Bluetooth audio. Just kind of what the standard has been for the last 5 years, because it is 5 years old, but no need to change it. It's a very amazing.
The keyboard ain't 5 years old.
Price point $14.99.
The technology.
But then this year, Roland said, "Okay, well, hold on. We have something to offer on our top of the line, which is the FP series, which has been loved for a very long time from Roland. The FP series starts at the FP30, goes up to the FP60, and right here is our flagship, the FP90." X is that new addition. The X was announced at the NAMM show here in 2021. It was one of the big announcements, especially in the keyboard side of things, in a year where there wasn't just a lot of announcements of new products because of obviously what 2020 had for us in store. But really excited that Roland was able to bring out something that really kind of raises the bar, I would say. Again, it's one of, when we look back in another 5 years from now, we look back, we're like, well, Roland.
It's no use in me getting, he said the technology is 5 years old. The keyboard is 2 years old, though. And man, I know the thing been out for 2 years. But it's no use in, if I'm going to go ahead and get a serious keyboard, I promised myself I wasn't going to skimp on it because of the weight. It was heavy to lug around. I just, I need to grow. Those days are over. I had to dream about me lugging blankets around and couldn't get through the subway thing because of all these blankets I was carrying. That homeless bandana, or the not homeless, but I did a sabbatical when I was living out on the streets here in Washington D.C. with just being able to just living off of my busking income. I did that for years until I got my retirement.
Kind of set the standard for the last 5 years. I think we're talking about the FP90 X as one of those.
Ooh,
and so the FP90 X offers something I think that's really incredible. And we've done a video on this. Hopefully you guys have checked it out. It's our take on modeling versus sampling. And Ted and I in that video kind of discussed technology in the piano world and the digital piano world and where it's gone for the last 30 to 40 years. And Roland, who's always been big in the synthesizer game, especially in the 70s and 80s, and what they were able to create, and synthetically and with modeling systems, they've been able to continue that. And because technology is where it is today, and we have insane computing power that can fire off algorithms in a matter of closer,
Microsecond.
milliseconds. But what it has is a complete modeling system, the pure acoustic sound, which Roland has kind of said this is the future of piano sounds. And I'm trying not to say sample because it's not a sample. So when you have the Yamaha, you have that CFX sample, you have that Bosendorfer sample, which are their two flagship acoustic grands. They're 9-foot CFX, which we just talked about, but they also have that 9-foot Bosendorfer Imperial Grand. Yamaha owns Bosendorfer, the company, and so they brought all that, put it in their flagship P series P515. Roland has created a completely new instrument that requires no sample. So they never mic'd a piano up and said, this is what our piano is going to sound like on this Roland. They actually mic'd up a whole bunch of pianos and studied sound waves and what the attack was on it and what the hammer sounded like and what the strings sound like and what the resonance sounds like. And they created a model. They basically created AI or created VR for a piano and created the whole thing from the ground up, which is a much more painstakingly, I would just say it's an incredible accomplishment to create something like the pure acoustic modeling system that's in the FP90X, which was not in the FP series before, but it was in Roland's top of the line LP series. So in those really expensive, like the Clavinova series for Yamaha, the LP series for Roland is a much more highly priced offering. It's more of an in-home or for studios or for school districts. They've taken that pure acoustic modeling that everyone was really loving and that school districts asked for because it's something completely different, and they bring it here for the first time in the FP series, the FP90X. And so really that's the huge difference between these two. You also do get the PH50 action on the Roland FP90X. That's going to be their wood key action with escapement and with let off. Really kind of a hybrid action when you look at portables. That when people start using that word hybrid, it's simulating an acoustic action. But these two are incredible feeling on the, and we're going to play them here in a second, but on the P series, there has been people who said, and you can read it on the forums, this isn't me. I love the P515. It's one of my favorite instruments. I love the ES920 from Kawai as well. And that's one that we're going to compare against these two when we have them here. This last year has been hard to get in stock, but people have said about the action on the Yamaha that it's a little bit heavier than your normal digital piano actions, and they kind of, that's one of those things that you'll start reading. Okay, what about this action? Why does the NWX? Why are people saying that it's a heavier action? And with weights and things like that, they've actually weighed it out.
I like a heavier action myself.
Piano's action would weigh.
I like a heavier action.
There are ways to change the touch velocity on both of these instruments so you can make it feel like it's a softer action, make it feel like it's a harder action, and that has to do with the trigger of the sample. But both incredible feeling actions. The key tops are going to be very different between these two. That is something I wanted to bring up. Just with playing them, the Yamahas feel, and for lack of a better term, a little bit more plasticky. You get a little bit more of that sticking feeling on your fingers when you are playing it. The FP90X is going to, they do an ivory simulator basically. And so the ivory kind of, it feels a little bit more like you can flow on it a little bit better. Again, I would recommend trying these two. That is just my personal opinion, but there is a little bit more of a stick on the P515. There is a big price jump though when you move up to FP90. So this is a $2,200 instrument. This is a $1,500 instrument. I think the MAP price is the $2,199 on the FP90X. Does have some cool features that the P515 does not have. A mic input, so if you are this is kind of a perfect gigging instrument. If you
I thought it had
coffee shops.
I thought the mic input was on the 515, but it's not.
Smaller venues, you can take a microphone, plug it into the back. It has a mic control over there.
That's the keyboard to get. That's the keyboard to get. That's all it's
so
doing. If I'm shooting for top of the line,
cool feature. Pump the mids a little bit.
I have no, I really don't have a reason to try to get a lighter keyboard. I did say that ES920. I don't need a lighter keyboard to travel light because there's nowhere. I'm not in if I was going out playing every day, if the world had never shut down, I would have needed a lighter keyboard with speakers too. But the world did shut down, and I haven't went out for months. I went down the street here. I haven't been out. Well, I did go to the Smithsonian on weekends, and I did go down the street and play at the market down there. Didn't make no much deposit down there. I did get a couple of big bills, Alexander's, which is TMI information, because you're not supposed to tell that stuff, non-professional.
I just want a little bit louder, fuller sound. Great electric pianos on here. I really enjoy the layout of the FP90X just because it's kind of makes a little bit more sense to me. That being said, both of these instruments have digital apps that work with both of them, and so you can use a full controller if that makes more sense to you. If you want to Bluetooth control the MIDI on the Roland,
I gotta wait the next month to get the.
It makes it a lot easier to use Roland's control apps.
I spend all the money I can this month.
Control the sounds and work with the piano room on the Yamaha, for example.
Not if anybody want to donate $100.
Kind of make micro adjustments to the sound of the CFX or of the Bosendorfer. You can close the lid. You can change, the touch feature like we talked about. You can change the resonance. There's something called virtual resonance modeling on the P515. So that's them using modeling like we had talked about on the Roland, but for the surroundings.
I already made my mind up.
So the sample is that pure acoustic.
P15 is just too old.
Sampled with a microphone. On this, it's called pure acoustic modeling.
I get it.
That's them creating it.
So I get it used.
Variety.
I don't even want to use because the insurance wouldn't be able to hang it.
Changing the sounds and the individual parameters that make your piano sound what it is. There are two main sounds on the FP90X, the American and the European sound, and both of those, because they're fully modeled, have.
Now this guy here does an A1 job here.
Hi everyone and welcome to
A1 job on this
here
top
on
of the line
on YouTube. My name is Stu
I
Harrison.
mean, really breaks. This is 40 minutes worth of breaking down one keyboard.
We've been waiting months for this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
We've
get
actually
this
been
one.
waiting months just to even be back in the
I'm
studio.
just gonna wait.
Shut down
Even have to wait for the whole Christmas
So
holiday.
great to be back here, and how appropriate.
Yeah, this would be what I would get for this year.
Is the one we've been waiting the longest for. We're going to be talking about its tone.
I'm gonna go for it. I want to pay cash
all the
for it
things we
too.
normally cover when we're talking about a digital piano, and of course, sharing with you my musical impressions. If it's the first time that you have joined us here on YouTube, we would really love if you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because our ever-growing community of people around the world are awesome. They're always sharing insights, tips, new perspectives on pianos. I love reading those comments. I love responding to as many as possible. So we would love for you to not just watch the video.
Let me figure out if I can figure out how to
community.
stop my phone from
Without
backing up.
further ado, let's get started with the Roland FP90X right away.
Go ahead, man. He can play too. iPhone storage.
Well, we are back in person in studio, and boy, does it feel good. And in a lot of ways, it's appropriate that the first instrument that I'm in front of is a Roland FP90X. Why? Well, because we've been waiting as long for this instrument as we've been waiting to get back into the studio. So I kind of think they're well matched, they're well paired. I don't know why sometimes it takes so long for us to get instruments, but
It takes long.
nonetheless, we are happy to have our very first Roland.
Somebody told me that they blew up a big factory that makes electronic components for not only just for keyboards, but for computers and all that stuff. And it's like, now they have to go to other countries to get parts. So it's not a lot of them being made right now. They have to switch up. Sound like to me sabotage. I don't know. Then again, I shouldn't be saying stuff like that because I don't need anybody coming at me.
FP90X in front of us. And I've been enjoying playing this instrument for the last hour. And there's
Yeah,
lots and lots
I think I'm
to
gonna go
learn.
ahead and go
And
for
so,
this one.
as we said in the intro, we're going to be going through its action.
I need keyboards that's going to match the ones that I have. This one right here, this is super heavy. I would have to get paid pretty close to $500 or $1,000 to take this anywhere. But also I have the Yamaha's CP88 in the next room. I have been using that one, but I've been taking that outside, but I'm going to be taking out the Korg D1 for now on. It's already over here. I'm getting all the bugs out of it. I think my drum pedal's ready. All I have to do is write out my song list. And this one's ready to go. I really don't even have to use the drums when I'm out there. But let's finish looking at this Roland FP90X
sound, giving you our general musical impressions of who this might be appropriate for and what we loved about it. The 90X is the follow-up to the FP90, and the Roland FP90 was a very full-featured, very capable, portable digital piano. It was kind of a multi-function instrument. It had great onboard speakers. It had three-way EQ sliders on it. It had their PHA50 Action, which is kind of a wood core action, sort of Roland's version of the NWX Action that Yamaha puts on their P515. I personally think the Roland is a little better weighted, but lots of people love the Yamaha as well. And it also had full piano modeling. It was the very first portable.
I gotta go powder my nose, so excuse
piano,
me. I'll be right back. Y'all excuse
in
me.
their offerings history.
You can enjoy this while.
In a portable.
Be right
piano.
back.
That was followed alongside with the RD2000, which
Ah!
also had modeling in it. And so here we are at the 90
I need to open it.
update.
See if I can open it.
So what have they updated? That's the first thing that I'd really like to cover. They've updated the processor chip. So this has the BMC chip. That is a faster chip, and what that has allowed them to do is increase the complexity of the algorithm. Because this is modeling, for those of you who are new to this whole industry, there's really two ways in which digital pianos produce sound for you. One of them is by recording a real piano and then reproducing that sound when asked, when you press a key. But the other way is modeling, in which a computer algorithm generates that sound in real time based on a number of parameters, a number of factors. And this one has modeling. There are pros and cons. Well, I don't know if there's cons to both, but there's proponents for both. There's arguments that go both ways in terms of which methodology creates the most authentic sound. But there's certainly lots to love about modeling. One of the things that there is to love about modeling is that you get unlimited polyphony. Because there's really no data, or a level of data being handled by the motherboard when you're talking about this is very, very low. It's really more of a function of whether you've got a fast enough processor. And with the BMC chip, not only is it fast enough, but it's fast enough to really start to get a pretty complex engine in there. Not quite as complex as, say, something that you get in the VST Piano Tech, which is able to leverage, quad core, 3 gigahertz, processors in a modern PC. But it does come a long way from where the first generation. So this modeling is the same as what you get in Roland's current LX. I believe they call it the
Yeah, I think I'm definitely want to get this
modeling.
this new.
So that's one of the updates. Is
I
you
definitely
have
want to
this
get this.
new chip
I just saved up
and
for
a
Christmas.
slightly
Gotta be-
more robust,
My Christmas
more
project.
complex, more colorful piano tone that this is generating. And this machine really is
They land a
centered
lot of
around
steel
its
out
piano
here.
production. There are many, many voices on here. In fact, well in excess of 300 voices if you added
And there are
the
more people walking
content.
around.
But there's
usually
lots
is,
of things that
I should
point
need to go
towards
anywhere
the fact
and
that they really see this as a portable piano alternative. One of the other improvements or other introductions that the 90X brings that the 90 didn't have is the MyStage. And so working in concert with the BMC chip, the MyStage really is a series of presets that manipulate
Is
Who
my
knows how
stage
many
different from
factors,
one stage?
within that algorithm to produce these different scenarios, these different playing scenarios. And so when you hit MyStage, which is only available in acoustic piano, you get all of these different kind of described settings and the piano sound to match. So
I don't know if you can see
Here
that
is,
over in the corner there. They
the
got a
BMC
nice
chip
little
improved and more detailed sound engine using the MyStage.
Well, they got a lot more steel to be laying out there. See those girders? 2, 4, 6, at least 6 more pound these. But they got a whole bunch of them over here in the corner over here. See, there's a lot of people walking around. They got walking 2 pit bulldogs. Oh, you don't know anything about walking dogs. Was somebody backpacking? Like you need a different sun. I got too much sun in my life. My ancestors got burned, so I can't say nothing. I like how this guy plays. He got a habit of running the left hand. He runs his right hand. He does. He likes his jazz. He's at home. He does. Modulations a lot. I turned the air on a little bit to get a little air in here. I mean, I didn't turn the air on. I turned the fan on. I can pull my curtain. It's not hot in here. It's comfortable in here.
Let's listen to a few more of these. So here's At Hall Stage.
I think I'm gonna be happy with this piano. Extremely. I gotta take my father some water too. I'm thankful that he didn't have to go to stay in the hospital. So. I got my door closed, so I'm turning my sub up some. He loves his modulations.
Lakeside Studio.
And he's doing a direct out, but you guys are hearing the speaker. I mean, you're hearing the microphone. Let me get ready to sign off again. I had 5 people listening to me today. I'm going to cook some peanut butter squash soup today. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the big keyboard. I'm going to survive off of the Korg D1. You know, I just bought that, and that's a new piano, and it feels good too. The action on that feels great. I mean, the action feels great with the new piano module that I have. You know, I want to try something. I wonder those little speakers that I got. I wonder how many outputs I got on here. I could use the you know what? I might can glue those speakers onto the side of my I might can glue those speakers, these iLouds. I might can glue these little iLouds onto the side of these little portable speakers and go down the street and do a sound check. I did it one time with these other ones, the louds, the iLouds, portable ones, but that I had a short in it. But then I finally got it right after I put the speakers up under the keyboard and aimed them at me. It sounded pretty fat. Let me see. I got it in the corner here. Oh. Oh. These are going to drain some these are going to drain some power, so I had to use the big had to use my big battery. Let me bring one of the iLouds over here and show you how I would glue it. I think I had them glued on there one time. Let me get the other I was gonna glue the little ones on here. Glue these little speakers on here. Let me see. This table is almost in the way. Look at these little speakers. I'm gonna have to hang these. Next time, I'm gonna have to hang my cameras from the ceiling. You know, that'll be a investment later on down in life. Have all my microphones and cameras mounted so that this is not the lightest thing in the world, but this is about the smallest speaker I have. I was thinking about putting these on. Let's see. This one's backwards. I would want this to go like this. I must have had it upside downwards first. Yeah, I had one of them was upside down. Yeah, one of them was. Yeah, I had one upside down. Maybe it was on the other one. Yeah, I had one on the wrong side. That's all there's to it. Yeah, this would be upside down like this. So I had the sticky on the wrong side at one. First time I glued it on there, sticky was on the wrong side. Now see, if I would do this, I would have it so this would be right like this, and it'd be aiming up. So if I had it aiming up at me, this would be aiming up also, or even more so. You know what? I want to try this. I'm gonna glue these on here and go down the street. But these were pretty small speakers, though. I could put them up under my up under the keyboard and aim them at me. It might be worth a try. I know these are loud. I mean, they don't sound. They ain't got no bass in them. The bass would be coming out of the iLoud, the smaller one. Actually, the bass would be coming from the small one. Do I got enough glue to go around? Let's see, I was going to go like this. Is this on the right side? Yeah. I was thinking if I aim it up higher. Let's see. Yeah, I actually aim this up higher. I have it like this. And I glue that on there. I wonder how much of that glue I got left. I can use a whole tube. Let me see if I can put this on here without breaking this glass. Yeah. Where's the other one? Let me get the other one. It might be worth a try anyway. And I go right down the street and test it out. I know I won't be able to do it to that guy behind me blasting with his boombox. Got the boombox boys. The boombox boys. Used to call them ghetto blasters. Now the boombox. Matter of fact, it's not even boombox, it's Bluetooth. I mean Bluetooth. Bluetooth boys. There. And I have this so this one will be aiming up even higher than the other one. Like this. I can try this. You know what? They do sell another speaker too. There's so much stuff I want. You know, if I was really going to do this, I would buy another pair of these and glue them both together. And I'm pretty sure I have a fatter sound in this speaker. But I remember one time I took these out by themselves. I took these out by themselves down to Smithsonian, and I was happy with them a long time ago. But I think I had it hooked up where I had the keyboard with the built-in speakers. But I think I'm going to go ahead and glue these on here. But I promised myself if I was going to, but these would be for, I need to give a sound check with this. But these would be for plain old just traveling light, just to knock weight off. Just to knock the weight off. You know what I'm saying? I want to break this glass. The glass table here. I won't put it on the glass is pretty thick though. I won't put all the weight on the middle of the piano. Actually, I don't even need to set this on there. Put these on the ground. Right here. I can glue these on here. Gluteus and Maximus. Maximus Cletus. I wish one of them was left-handed and one of them was right-handed. The speakers. It had a right hand and a left hand speaker. You can't see what I'm talking about. Now they making enough noise out there now, ain't they? Now I can close my window now because I got my fan going. But it's I was gonna glue these together. And plus I was gonna put a coat of varnish on here. But let me show you what it sounds like with this window closed though. Watch this. This is another thing to be thankful about. My many blessings. They pounding. I don't see no steam coming out of it though. Here we go, watch. Look, that almost cut off all the noise. That almost stopped the noise completely, didn't it? You almost can't hear it now. If I go in the bedroom, I won't be able to hear that at all. I mean, y'all can barely hear it now. Tell me that's not the blessings to be counting. Look at this. That's serious. Oh, in the house. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put some super glue on here. On these, I'm gonna try these out down the street. Because I'm not really using these iLouds in here. And these speakers too. I wanted to give these to the young man who played the piano out there, but he hasn't been showing me. I haven't seen him down there playing. And he gonna tell me he's been playing for 10 years and he still only got that raggedy keyboard. A toy keyboard. He couldn't upgrade. Couldn't pull himself to upgrade a little bit. I ain't mad at him. I'm just not going to invest in them. Show me something. If I want to invest in somebody, they got to show me something. Show me something good. Pictures used to be not free. I took this off. I'm not going to use this anymore because I want people to take my picture nowadays. Yeah. I want people to take my picture now. I have no complaints about that. Let's see if we can get some glue here. What's this? Crazy glue? What is the name of this type of glue here? Oh, I got 2 half of tubes. I might have enough to make. Next time I go there to the dollar store, I'm gonna get $10 worth of this. I might be able to get this a stick. Yeah, just a little bit of. I don't feel like doing it right now though. But super glue these together. Make sure I got an angle just right. Yeah. So I was traveling, I could see they had to go back a little bit. I don't want it to be bumping up against each other. I want this to be up as far as high as it can go. You know what? Got to get it as high as this I want to get it. So this will be aiming up at me. This will be aiming up at me. See if I set it down. So when it's setting down, it'll be up like this. Got to make sure it's not going to be bumping against the ground neither. Yeah, like that. This one will be, I already see it's going to be like that. There. I can glue them right there. Oh, this one's, I'm making sure that this top piece ain't going to be. Put them together, they won't bump against each other. Let's see. Here they go together like that. Like peas and carrots. Yeah. I don't know if I got enough glue. One only take one side. The other one's going to take 2 sides. I use this one on as one. And this one I'll split on 2 sides. If I have any left over, I'll put it on that one. But for now, and plus I need to put a cover on, a layer on my varnish on this here, because this one doesn't have any coating on it. If I get caught in the rain, it's gonna run. But I put my new picture on there. That's what the front of the keyboard is going to look like. But I think I am going to go ahead and get the go for the big one. No use in getting the small keyboard, saving money. And then since I'm going professional, I'm going for the best that I can afford from now on. And I'm going to disregard the weight factor, thinking about get it because it's light and easy to carry. I want to get the feel. In this way, I don't have to, it's getting cold here already. I don't have to worry about using the air conditioner, that's for sure. If I turned the air on, I would be freezing in here. Let's finish listening to this guy.
Impressionists.
I need to get that song too. The that's one. I was wondering how that go. I got the music for that. I had problems transposing that though. I had a problem transposing this song. I should be able to play that. That's easy. That's where I always mess up. Turn around. I should be able to play that. Did I just hit a button? Why are they playing? I hate to sign off again, but I got to go get my breakfast ready, get my day going. Busy day, busy. Got to stay busy, man. Finish my, got to move on to the month. Oh, shoot. You know what I hate, though? I got, the muffins I got is chocolate chip muffins. I need to go to the store and get some wheat muffins. Oh boy, that scared me. Hello?
Hi, Carlton Mosley.
Yes.
Yes, this is Kay at the front desk.
Yes.
I was calling you because Mr. Littlejohn from the Department of Human Services says that you have an inspection today.
Oh, okay. So I've been calling them.
He's been trying to get in contact with you.
I've been calling them all day yesterday. And today they told me, yeah, I called I'm here. He's going to do a virtual, or he's going to do I'm here.
Okay, give me 1 second. He's actually on the other line. Let me.
Okay. Can you give him a phone number? This one?
Yes, I can give him your phone number.
Yes, thank you. Oh, that's the people I've been trying to get in contact with. I must have called the wrong person. So I'm going to sign off. The people got to do an inspection so I can make sure I can stay in my apartment again for life. So I think he might want to do a virtual, but I'm glad he called me because that's the main thing I need to make sure I can live in my apartment. There's rules and regulations I have to go through. Oh, the air cut off too. I mean, not the air, the fan cut off by itself. That's good. Well, let me go. Peace and love. This guy gonna call me back in a minute. Peace and love. Peace and hair grease. Peace and roast beef. I hope it's more than one person watching. I had 5 people this morning. I wonder if they signed back in. But let me go ahead and do this inspection. Like I'm gonna say, I'm gonna work on my beat. My beat buddy is ready. All I gotta do is write down the songs in order so I know what they are. I'm going to glue those speakers on there. I might want to even go down the street and do a sound check on it, or I should take them to Friendship Heights and do a sound check today indoors. I know it's going to sound good indoors. It'll sound better indoors than it will outdoors. That's for sure. and I could be able to travel light. But I do need to go to Home Depot and get another set of wheels. Like I said, I need to call Apple to stop my phone from backing up. And this guy is going to call me in a minute, and everything is ready. My cup overflow. God is good. It's Lord's my shepherd; I shall not want. You know, He makes me lie down still waters, and leads me in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. His name is on. Okay, I'm gone, y'all. Let me sign off. Hello.
Carlton Buckley?
Yes.
Inspector Littlejohn, DC Housing Authority.
Oh man.